Oh, yeah, good way to start a video. I tripped on a root. What the fuck? Happening to the YouTube atheist community and Stickam fun. Alright, Stickam last night. It's a pretty good night. We'll apologize to Diana Boston for being, pretty snarky, but we got into this argument about this woman's right thing to go bare-chested. And it was back to sort of the nuclear night argument, where I think some of these feminists just completely ignore the fact that men and women there are some biological differences, and you just can't pretend they don't exist. Men don't just, make some silly notion in their head and say someday, I'm going to be turned on by breasts, or I'm going to be turned on by this. No, it's a whole natural, part of its, mechanical, physical, hardwired programming, and part of it is conditioning, no doubt. But it's stuff you're just not going to unravel with a thought. And so it's just totally unrealistic to say, we're just going to, desensitize men to women's breasts. It's just silly. I mean, go ahead and try, but you're gonna have a hell of a hard time getting there, and it's just totally unrealistic to say this has something to do with equal rights. It's men and women aren't the same. They should have equal capacity in terms of so much of what society dictates as opportunity. But when it comes to some basic functionality, they're just different, and it's just stupid to deny those differences. It just ain't gonna work. I'd rather you put shirts on men than take shirts off women, because it's just gonna create all kinds of mayhem. But anyway, whatever. I just think it's a silly thing to argue about. So I think it's silly. But anyway, so anyway, sorry. Puro was in a room. Remy actually stopped by. Didn't talk, but he did some chat and shit. Hadn't seen him in a while. Lefty even got into an argument a little bit about guns. That shows up every now and then, but who cares? It's kind of a stupid subject. I did kick a lot of people. A lot of people were kind of just obnoxious and stupid and idiotic and all that crap. Karina was there for a while. Mostly talked about birds and how they suck. Other people were expressing alternative opinions, but they pretty much do suck. I mean, I'm not saying they should be, stepped on or something. It's just that I've raised a couple of, the birds, and they're just smelly, stinking, awful, horrible things. But anyway, they're just dinosaurs. They really are. They're worse than lizards. I'd rather have a pet lizard than a pet bird. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So seems like there were some kind of subjects. Can't think of what they are offhand. But they were there. Subjects. So I got some of it. I'll post videos whenever they're available, eventually. So I think we can just move on. It's just the usual stuff, the meaning of life kind of conversations, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Puro did sort of concede some points, but he just won't come right out and say it. He'll just say it in a sort of talk around it kind of way. Like you can't imply anything else, and he just said exactly what you want him to say. He just won't say it explicitly. So I guess something's better than nothing. But of course he'll make a video saying he didn't say that, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, so where else do we go? Yeah, I'm just trying to think if there was anything else in Stickam that was of note. The reliable women showing up, which is good. Does charm the whole event. I wasn't in a very good mood. I have to concede I wasn't feeling great, but I did stay till like 8 o'clock, so it was a regular Stickam and all that crap. I guess that's it. That's all I remember, so sorry if I slighted you or your contribution. Alright, so events in the atheist community kind of crap. Conversation with Darwin's hamsters back in the game. Nick is being all okayish. you know, gray text, really don't want to include him. But yeah, it's all good. And Remy too, you know, he's sort of communicating once again, so things might get a little more interesting. So yeah, some good videos. My last video was, you know, the one I did this morning was pretty damn good. Yeah, I don't know, I was awful coherent and on point and all that crap. It's kind of a complex, brainy subject, but I think I did it pretty good. So anyway, that's, you know, beside the point. So a ton of videos this week. I won't even bother with that crap. Alright, what else? Haven't heard anything more on the fake Sagan crap. There was that whole thing with TJ did a video, you know, kind of mocking the philosophers, and who, you know, he left the door open as exactly who he's taking a shot at. He used to be, you know, he used to advertise Professor Anton's channel. I don't think he does that anymore, so maybe it was a slight at him. But I think there is a whole ton of atheists out there who talk all this philosophy talk. You know, they do all this induction, deduction, all the ontology, fontology, bodtology, bullshitty, crappy fuck shit. You know, they deliberately don't speak common English just to make what they're saying sound, you know, complex, and to create some sort of sense of cognitive dissonance. You know, so it is all bullshit. So that was a good video, but I've sort of made the same video, so. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I did it funnier. But anyway, many times actually, to different people. I think I've even sung songs about it. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So he did another video about this Mission thing, which is, you know, going to be a subject for a while, I suppose. I'm sort of considering it like a Captain Awesome moment, where this guy has basically blown himself up for good, because whether he's faking or whether it's real, he just can't win. I mean, and I don't think YouTube can win in having partnered channels, you know, that they're deriving income off of, playing these kind of games, you know. This is sort of serious shit, and I think there is some potential legal liability in encouraging people to do this kind of shit. It's almost like rewarding people for making, you know, fake fall off the roof videos or something. I just think you start to get yourself in real trouble if you start giving people, you start paying people essentially to be frauds, and frauds that, you know, might put a baby in jeopardy or something. So I don't see him living long on YouTube after this crap. And yeah, who, you know, like I said, either way, if he's lying, fuck you, cunt. I mean, who needs this shit? You know, like, yeah, we need fake drama now, generated by little desperate YouTube channels, just to get everybody all fucking bent out of shape about nothing. I mean, that's just such fucking troll behavior. That's just like the ultimate spam. You know, and if he's not lying, it's just ludicrous. You know, you sit there and just watch somebody blowing up and right in front of your eyes. I mean, what, just because there isn't blood flying out of her ears, you don't think you have an obligation to do something? It's just idiotic. The premise is insane. Oh yeah, my wife is going totally insane, but I'm going to respect her wish. You know, her suggestion that she's just fine. Yeah, even though she's insane, I'm going to respect her. No, that doesn't really work. You can't do both of those things. So that's kind of a fraud right there. I did see Coughlin made a video. I haven't watched it yet. Yeah, I got a lot of things to do, you know. It's like I got to pick and choose my subjects. So yeah, I don't get to see every video I'd like to see. So let's see what other news there is. I don't know, TJ made some new video I didn't watch. But it just annoys me. I mean, you know, now and then he does make a rational video. It does piss me off. So anyway. Yeah, so this might be enough. I'll go through my little brain here. Bark Lord, he was supposed to make some kind of, I don't know, super magnificent, profound video, but he didn't do that. But, you know, whatever. and so he sort of changed the subject now, which is okay. He can go back to doing his thing, which is basically the civilization sort of sucks, the corporations suck, the man sucks, which I sort of all agree with to an extent. But the thing he leaves out is that people suck, because people create the mess. People allow the mess. People acquiesce to the mess. So, you have to kind of point the finger of suck right at your neighbor. So anyway, great text. Yeah, he's just still doing all this hierarchy crap, still talking shit. Everybody else is an asshole. Everybody else doesn't know shit except for him. And he doesn't know shit. He thinks the universe, like, he does. He argues that there's something really profound and magnificent about carbon and hydrogen and oxygen contemplating the universe, as if contemplating the universe is somehow one of the most spectacular things to do in the world. I don't really get it. Okay, I'll stop. Contemplate the universe. Wow. Contemplating the universe. No, I'd rather eat a bag of potato chips, or rub up on against a woman, or I can name a lot of things I'd rather do than contemplate the universe. Yeah, it doesn't add up to much. So I don't think you can write that on the human resume and say, well, because it's contemplating the universe, it's gotta be good. No, that isn't really something you put on your resume. That's not like, I killed many Nazis in the war. It really doesn't equate to an actual accomplishment. Being able to look up at the stars and go, sparkly, sparkly. No, no. It just doesn't, look at the way most people contemplate the universe is exactly like that. They look at some colorized Hubble image that has been completely digitally remastered to make it look all woo, and they get all gooey about it, and so it's all swirly colors, swirly color, swirly color. So if that's contemplating the universe, I don't even think we're doing it right. So what's the point? It doesn't mean shit. So we're hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon, deluding ourselves with a fake image of the universe that we're calling contemplating the universe. What's the point in that? Contemplating our own delusions. Ooh, maybe that's worth saving. Ooh, maybe that makes it all worthwhile. That's sort of his argument, though. That it wouldn't matter if there was 4 billion years of carnage, 4 trillion years of carnage. Wouldn't matter how many little kittens got squashed in the processing of the human cake. It would all be worthwhile because we contemplated the universe. No, I don't think so. So anyway, I didn't mean to make a great text video, but I do hate that fucker. Obnoxious. A lot of them Scottish guys are obnoxious. Yeah, a lot of them. Anyway, so who else is in the news? I won't even mention, to be whatever, seriously desperate. Let's see who else. Who the hell knows? A couple of new people I eventually will link to. Oh yeah, the great Chow Cho Guy video. I'll mention that one again. Just damn good stuff. But this sort of illustrate the divide that exists, because there's a lot of people who are ragging on it, and you're just like, I'm afraid not. I mean, you really can't argue with it. It's a pretty perfect 3 minutes, and it is just kind of a laughable joke that people are attempting to dismiss that reality. It just kind of shows that there's a lot of atheists who really aren't atheists. They really think the universe is doing something. That other dimension. Once we get there, we're going to see there's a hell of a good party or something. They got glitter on their pink balloons over there. Special sparkly glitter on the pink balloons. It's so spectacular. Yeah, bullshit, right? So anyway, this video is too long now, right? Oh, I just made it.